Hello guys, you would not believe what happened to me recently. I had an interview with a queen. She was explaining to me everything that she has done using Royal V. Obviously, as a queen, she was allowed to do that. Um, do you know how it went? Pretty badly. And you know why? This is one of the common problems with interviews, especially if you are a bit junior. You will start to use word V. The words that might be useful when describing what your team does in your current job becomes really problematic when you're describing what is your contribution. What do you actually do and what are your achievements? If you are using we, well, if you are using we, see how I did that as well? If you are using we, it looks like you're hiding behind your team and then you're not showing your job and your achievements, and then it becomes very suspicious of what your actual qualities are. So I have to start dig, and then I dig, and I dig, and I dig and dig and dig until you actually tell me what you're about, or I will stop ask you if you are persistent with we, and then you are in big trouble because that's I'm not trying to get to know what your team does. I'm trying to get what you are doing, what your achievements are. And I can understand that sometimes this can be an issue if you don't have too much experience, but you can always talk about stuff that you did, even if it's a smaller like contribution to the project or you worked on a smaller project. It's not such a big problem because I can always look at your CV and see that it's like, okay, you have 2 years, you work on this smaller project that you know was doing this and that. Um, or you did this side project in your, I don't know, university studies, who knows? Or you try to learn this language and you're trying to do some game, or people always try to do games. It's fine. uh, but do not try to hide behind your team achievements, because we can always check, and we will, like, I will check, my colleague who is usually with me on the interview will check with you as well. We will ask questions. We will try to dig, and we will see what you're all about. And especially if you done code test, then we already know what sort of person we are dealing with, especially on the technical side. And we'll also ask you about your code test. And so if you're trying to hide something, it's not a good idea. It's a really, really bad idea. Another reason, which I can also understand, is the cultural differences. This happened to me a few times as well, because I'm coming from former communist country, and individuality is not very popular in those kind of countries. So everything is we are doing this, we are as a big team, and yes, it's very useful when you need to do blame shifting. So you blame on someone else, and then it goes around and like in circle, like, oh, I blame you for this, I blame you for this. We as a team did something bad. So I can sort of understand it, but if you're trying to get a good job, you will have to learn that you need to present your achievements. And I also had to learn that. Trust me, I've lost quite a few interviews during this process, but it is what it is. I mean, I didn't get some jobs, but I got different jobs, so it was okay. But the sooner I learned that it's all about me, uh, the better it got for me. So, if you want to take something out of this video, please remember, interview is for you to show your qualities, your achievements, and not your team. You are to be hired and not your team. Sometimes it might be useful to hire the whole team, but since you are the only person present at the interview, you will be the hired one. Okay, that's it for today. Please comment, subscribe, and let me know if you have some code or interview issues or some ideas that you would like me to discuss. Thank you very much for your time.